players, Matthew Knies of the Toronto Maple Leafs from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. We began by asking him, how you feeling? How you dealing with this weather in Toronto right now?
Not great, honestly. I need to do some shopping, get some extra coats and stuff. I'm a little light.
Yeah,
just
no
be
kidding.
honest, man. Do you hate it? Like when you live in Arizona and you got to come up here and deal with this, does it make you sick to your stomach?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like you get all 4 seasons in Toronto. I feel like in Arizona, it's just one. So I enjoy it most days, but yeah, there's a few days that you'd wish to see the sun a little bit more.
Absolutely. You got to appreciate that, all 4 seasons. It's hockey weather, and that's what you guys are doing. You're playing hockey, and you guys have played great recently, and I guess we'll go right to a vibe check with you. How would you describe the mood in the room today compared to maybe where it was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think there's a lot of confidence, and feels like there's a lot of swagger in our room too. I think Hilda Beast back there is doing a great job, and we just have so many good players and so much depth that it's just a fun group to be a part of. And I'm glad that we're starting to get in the win column and put some points up, and it's good. Everyone's feeling good, and we're looking to kind of keep that going with this home stretch that we have now.
Swagger in the room. Like what is that? What does that look like? Take us inside the room. What does that mean when you guys have swagger in the room?
Yeah, I think it's just confidence in our play. The maturity. I feel like yesterday, we're up 1-0. The majority of the game, and then we come out with a 2-0 win. That's a lot of swagger to kind of hold the team off and finish the game in the third period and keep the team on their heels. I think that's playing with a lot of swagger, and I think just having the confidence in our room with the guys and again, like B stepping up in net and guys stepping up for injuries. Like it's you could tell that there's a lot of confidence in the room, and it's good to see.
Matthew, has your role changed, or is like the flow of the game? Sometimes when you play with the same guys, there's like a natural flow to it, and you played with last year Mitch and Austin. Without Mitch, does your role seem to change? Does it feel different on the ice without him out there?
I don't necessarily think my role changes, even compared to what line I'm on. I think it's, I try to do the same and play simple, hard hockey and, try to provide in any way possible, whether it's special teams, any situation or time of game. I don't think really my role changes. It's obviously a little bit different without Mitch. Obviously, he's an incredible passer and playmaker, but I think we've had a lot of good players step up and play in big roles, and I think Domes has done a great job on our line, creating a lot of chances and creating and producing offense. So, it's hard. I miss Mitch, but I think we have a great team and some great players. But and I think we're doing well. I think we're starting to catch our stride in chemistry now, and I think we're gonna have a great team in the second half here.
Just personally for you, it looks like your assist totals are going to be, smashed this year about what you've done in the past. So, I recognize Mitch is in there, but is there maybe looking a little bit more to the middle to dish, or is it just the way kind of the puck's gone this year as far as maybe you being more of a setup man than a shooter?
Yeah, I think, again, honestly, my role hasn't changed. I think it's just, how it's fallen right now. I think obviously I want to find the back of the net a little bit more, but again, it's just how it's gone. And, that just means that other guys are scoring and have the touch right now. And, I think everyone's kind of, been doing a good job producing and creating offense. And so it's good to see that, from all 4 lines and all three pairs of D, everyone's kind of chipping in.
We're chatting with Matthew Knies. The Leafs coming off a big 2-0 win over Tampa last night. They got San Jose later in the week and then Edmonton on Saturday. Does it, we keep talking about it outside of the game, the difficulty for a lot of players in the league and a lot of teams to just stay healthy and stay fresh. It's a condensed schedule. It's an Olympic year. We can get to that in a moment because I'm sure you're on the radar for Bill Guerin and the USA team. But how do you emphasize that, or how have you approached it this year, maybe compared to previous years, the focus and being, the ability to stay healthy and stay fresh?
Yeah, I think, honestly, through my short experience so far in the NHL, you kind of learn that there's so many resources out there to help you at both our practice facility, our game facility. There's so many, people there to help with, any of the little things you need. So, there should be no reason that you should be able to keep yourself healthy and ready to play. And obviously things of that nature, like injuries happen, but, I think we just have all the resources to get you back there as quickly as possible. And, we're pretty fortunate to have the stuff we do. And, you just got to take advantage of those on a daily basis and take care of yourself, eat properly and, just rest the body, I think is important. It's difficult. There's a stretch of games where, you're playing every other day. So just taking care of yourself and getting proper rest is vital.
Has it felt any different this year, being an Olympic year, and understanding that, there's a lot of American scouts in the stands and they're watching you, they're watching Austin, who's going, obviously. But how has the Olympic kind of cloud hanging over the season affected you, if at all?
I don't think it's affected me at all. I don't really look at it in that sense. It's kind of weird to think that there's scouts at your game in the NHL, I haven't really looked at it that way. I kind of just try to focus on my team here and focus on helping and winning, and I think that kind of stuff will sort itself out. That's out of my control. I can only control my work ethic, my ability to help this team. So that's the things I'm going to focus on.
When you look around the league, it seems like there's a lot of teams all kind of with a lot of parity. Everyone's kind of close, right? You're 4 points out of first or 4 points out of last. What is there? Is it the Olympics? Is it just maybe a lot of talent through this league? What do you attribute that to, Matthew?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's obviously been a little bit closer than the past 2-3 years I've been here. I think it's just every team's just getting really good now. There's a lot of good players, and it makes it difficult. Like, I think our conference is extremely strong. I think every team has a reason to put themselves in the playoff spot, and I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to go down to those last few games, like it kind of has almost a little bit last year. But I think it's definitely going to matter this year with how close it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for you. It's just been really tight and some really good hockey games.
Well, we discuss your biggest rival all the time, and like O and I are from here. It's always been the Habs. It's always been Montreal, like forever. And the last 20, 25 years, Ottawa's gotten in there. Boston, now the two Florida teams. Do you have a team in particular that sticks out? Like when you play them, it just feels a little bit bigger than the others within your own division.
I think honestly, every team you mentioned just now, from Tampa, Florida, Ottawa, Montreal, it all feels like a playoff game with those guys. I think we've all seen them enough that you just kind of build that hatred, and just every one of those games feels like a rivalry. So I'd say all four, honestly.
Yeah, maybe throw Edmonton in there. You only see them a couple times, but McDavid and the boys are here on Saturday. And again, it's a big week. You guys playing on Thursday. You got San Jose here. You got Edmonton on Saturday. But today's an off day, I presume, for you guys, and you're using your time really well. A big community day at Amazon's YYZ Forest Center, where, again, Matthew Knies has helped present a $15,000 donation of essential items to local organizations supporting families in need. Obviously, a really, really cool initiative. Tell us how you got involved and why it's important to you, Matthew, to give back.
Yeah. Eric reached out to me from the PA, and I think it was just about a month ago, and I said I was in. I think every year growing up, when I was a part of just my minor league team in the Junior Coyotes, we'd always spend a day at the Salvation Army and just kind of pack and wrap gifts for for those less fortunate. And I thought this was something very, very similar and tailored in the same aspect. And it just lined up perfectly that I could have some free time and get to help out here and kind of just give back. So I'm happy with it. It's been a good experience so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it here.
Absolutely. Up at Amazon's robotics powered fulfillment center. So do you have like goggles on and gloves and work boots? Are you grinding right now, or what's going on?
Just gloves. I was packing a few gifts, wrapping some stuff. There's a lot going on here. It's pretty loud, but I'm trying to take it all in.
Attaboy. How's your wrapping abilities? Do you struggle with that, or strong?
it's horrible. It's horrible. It takes me a while to put together one box.
Yeah.
So.
I hear you.
Just put it in a bag.
Yeah, throw it in a bag. Gift cards.
Gift bag's the key.
Exactly.